Alright, so the first attribute we'll talk about is diffuse, albedo, and color. These three terms you'll hear kind of thrown around interchangeably. Um, when I first heard about it, most people said, well, this is for the PBR workflow. It's for pure color information with the absence of light. So if you look at like past kind of video games and even film, sometimes we would put lighting information into our colors, such as shadow or highlights, to kind of render things faster and get more realistic shading to things. As we're able to get faster and faster computers, we could start separating out using more maps, and we didn't have to paint that lighting information into our color anymore. Since then, I've seen a lot of people use diffuse, albedo, and color kind of interchangeably. And if you even look at the PBR work guide from Algorithmic, you'll see they call it base color for this metalness. Down here they call it diffuse. They also in parentheses call it albedo. All these terms can kind of be used interchangeably. As the one caveat is you just have to realize there's no shadows or highlights painted into this. So if you look at how flat these objects feel, that's because there's no shadows or highlights contouring them. Okay, so when we use diffuse, albedo, and color, we want that to be pure color and be absent of all lighting information. And if you look over here in our PXR surface, they call it diffuse. And diffuse is where you're going to be able to change the color to whatever you want. You can play with the hue saturation value, you can play with it as RGB, whatever you'd like, but this is where we can kind of change the look and feel of things.